Hi everyone, it's Jim here from Hobie Fishing. We are back here at Forster. I'm here with a good mate of ours, Jamie Bowden. Welcome to a chat.
Thanks for having me.
Jamie, we organised this a couple of weeks ago. We thought we'd catch up with you. You're doing some pretty cool and interesting things with your lures, and you're sponsored by Atomic, or Froggies offshore as well. You're getting some things done at the moment.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Like it's been, as I said, since I've been with you guys, I've done association with you guys. It's a different world.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning and stuff, and I appreciate for the sponsor I'm with.
Yep.
Just been experimenting a lot of stuff and talking to fishers. I'm happy to talk anything about fishing. But yeah, I just love that sort of stuff.
Cool. So fishing for you, Jamie, when did you get into fishing? Where and where?
Well, I pretty much started fishing when I was probably little, pick a rod up.
Yep.
Always a bait fisher back in the day. Like I loved big fishing, went camping with mum and dad. Born and bred in Port Macquarie. I did a lot of Nambucca, Coffs Harbour, all that sort of way.
Yep.
But we got introduced to lures fishing. I never looked back. So.
How long ago was the transition to the lure fishing?
Probably when I got about 16, 17 maybe.
Yep.
Like I still done me bait fishing, like collecting bait, like your nippers and pumping nippers and all that sort of stuff. But lure fishing, since I got a couple of fish on my lure the first time, I don't look back. I just don't like the smelly things.
No, I know.
Bait, like I know there's bait fishers out there. Don't criticise me, but since I got the lures, I never look back.
Yeah.
I love them. Probably more of a hard bodies than a soft plastic kind of guy. So.
What do you do for a living?
Not currently working at the moment. I'm a cannon maker by trade,
Yes.
but I do help my partner at home with her plants. Bit of a shout out to Thames Plants and Succulents, I suppose.
Yep.
But yeah, I haven't worked for a couple of years now, so
Yep.
just doing a bit of lure painting.
Yeah.
And just
Doing quite well, by the way. I'm seeing some of the colours and some of the combos.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yep.
Been nerve-wracking sometimes because I'm kind of a perfectionist. So if I don't get nothing right, I get a bit upset with myself if I start all over again. And Sam just goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just keep putting more colours on."
Yep.
And that's that's what I do. So
Yeah,
it's been fun.
Yeah, nice. Your favourite place to fish in Australia? Now you've done a fair few of the Hobie Fishing Series, but not just specifically brim. We're talking whether it's snapper or flathead or cod or yellow belly. Favourite place to fish?
Well, I can't say there's that many I've been to, but I remember Brim River was amazing. I said I've been doing in comps for about three years now, maybe, especially in the 17. Would be a better half, I suppose. But like, yeah, Brim River's been amazing. I think Forster's, it's tough, it's hard sometimes because I'm not used to the area. But recently I've been up at Bundabar and Port Stephens there.
Yep.
It's probably one of the best brim sessions, and you learn everything on the water. Every day you're on the water, you learn so much.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just, probably Bam's the best, my favourite.
Yeah.
And there's just so many places around I want to go. Like Malakuta would be awesome to go to one day as well.
Yep.
But there's heaps of areas of fish. There's just not enough time of the day or weeks or.
But you're also, and you're set up for it now. You've got your van set up. You tow your kayak on a trailer.
Yes.
And you and Tammy just hit the road and go.
Yes, and
so it's got to give you a little bit more flexibility because
it's
with her job, I suppose she could sort of clock off for the weekend and let's go.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's got a good gig up there. So, she's, as I said, I'll still try and work around her too.
Yep.
But like these trips gives us quality time to go, I suppose.
Yeah.
Your friends that actually you meet and the generosity of other people as well.
Yes.
It's priceless. I said, you guys, since I've been doing these, you guys have probably been comfortable with us when we first entered when we were 17.
Yeah.
So it's been fantastic. You meet a lot of people on the way too.
Yeah.
And I don't feel nervous anymore. I feel nervous if I'm in a new location, you don't know where to go, what to do. But other than that, it's all family.
Yeah.
Like it's just, everyone's just nice to everyone. So I can't really go wrong.
I mean, right now you're staying with Lex Court. You're
Yeah,
staying with someone
I had
at an event.
Yeah, I had a nice guy said, come up, stay with us if you want to. There's a spare room there, or you know, it's the 2-hour toilet. Make it yourself home. Like it's just like wow, like yeah. It's and I wouldn't have met those people.
No.
Of these, like the generosity of people to do stuff for you. It's priceless.
Very nice, very nice. Now, no, you're going to have to answer this one very wisely. Your favourite memory at an event?
Ooh.
You're going to have to say Pro Angler 17 with Tammy.
Yes, it definitely was. Well, actually it was, because I was down at Brim River. I think it might have been our second trip down there.
Yeah.
And she gets really cranky, she doesn't catch fish. Or if I throw 1,000 casts and I get nothing, she gets very, very bored.
Yeah.
So I think the second year we were there, we went to Bob's Bay, I think it's around the corner from the event. And then we found a massive patch of fish, and I was catching fish left, right and centre. And then she was getting cranky and it goes, give me your rod, swap rods, different lures.
Yeah.
And then she was catching them, then I was catching them. We were getting double hookups.
Yeah,
So it was amazing. It was just to see a smile on her face. It was just amazing. But she couldn't upgrade because I think my biggest was 34. She was throwing back 32s. So she was a bit frustrated she couldn't put that upgrade in the bait tank. But it was just
great memory.
I still remember.
Yeah.
And the banter's been, you know, amazing. Like I miss all that.
Yep.
Throwing lollies at her and stuff.
Oh, right,
Yeah. Because you're a good distance away.
And 17.
But we always had a little routine that we always bring back a packet of muffins, like a 4-pack of muffins.
Yep.
And I said, okay, you can have all the chips. Remember the chips you guys had,
Yes,
and
yes.
drink bottles and all that sort of water and that. So you can have them, but you cannot have a muffin
Until you get the first
until
fish.
you get the first fish in the world. That was the only rule I had.
Yep.
She's like, no. So yeah, that's right. That was our superstition.
Yep.
Can't have a muffin until you
I
get
had
the
a few
first
things
one.
like that. Well, anyway, now talking about swapping rods and doing all that, your atomic rods, you've got a few here.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What models for types of fishing? What's your preference? What do you like, and why do you like some of those rods?
Well, this one here is particularly the Brute Crank. I love this rod. It's great value for money. It's like a 7-footer. It's a 1-piece. You can get these in a 2-piece for the people who want to travel wise and stuff like that. But I just like the 1-piece because it's just what I'm used to, I suppose.
Yep.
But this is more of it's a rod. So I find it from a cranks just a bit better with that flipsy, like soft tip and stuff. So the next one I'll talk about is more of a stiffer rod. So I'll try and use that bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah.
But, the Brim Crank's probably one of my favourites. I love it. If I snap it, I'm gonna cry. But I 100% always love this sort of rod. So it's just great value for money as well. So and you're not gonna break a bank if you buy one.
No, okay.
I think most of them retail around about the 129, 130. Depends
Well
on the
priced,
model.
well priced.
So so that's pretty much the rod I like.
No worries. What else have you got there?
The next one, probably one of my favourites, is the Brim Surface. So you're throwing your your surface rods.
Yep.
Or surface lures. It's a bit more stiffer. It's a 3 to 8 pound, 7-footer as well. 1-piece, but you still can get it 2-piece.
They definitely take the guesswork out of it. Brim Surface.
Yeah.
Done.
It's cool.
Easy.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's pretty much like any other rod, so which is kind of cool. You can.
I do like a stiff. I do prefer, like when I'm using, doing surface, I do like to walk it a little bit.
Yeah.
Aggravate that bite. So having that stiffer action in
Well,
that
I find
rod.
with the Brim Crank, if you do, I still use it for the surface, but I find if it's like heaps whippy, you got to work it more.
Yep. Yeah, you do.
With the stiffer rod,
You can just little twitches.
Same as that's why the Tommy Garrows is not because it's Brim Surface. It's because it's my all-rounder.
Yep.
So if I want to use a blade or a soft plastic or
That'd still be
crank,
fine for blading that one.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with it. Like it's just my all-rounder. Doesn't say all-rounder. It says Brim.
That's it. That's true.
Yeah.
And this is your latest rod.
This is my latest rod. I just got.
It's still got the plastic on the cork, has it?
Yeah, it probably has. Who knows? It probably doesn't it?
Yeah, it has.
But yeah, this is my latest rod. This is probably one of the toppest range in the Froggies offshore range. This is the Samurai Infinite.
Yep.
So this is the 7.6, so it's specially built for flats fishing.
Yes.
It's pretty nice.
Long cast.
Long cast, yeah, designed a long cast.
Yep.
But it's got the bling bling on it.
It definitely has.
I think it's
Guess it holds quite well in the hand.
super light. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You'd tell even with a reel there, that would. I'm right-handed, but yeah, with a reel in the middle of that.
absolutely. Yeah, but it's
quite well.
That's why I got it for, because it's 7.6. So it's just, as I said, I love me flats fishing. So it's usually designed for their flats fishing. So I'll probably run straight through with that.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting used to the FG knot.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of, yeah, it's hard knot. Like it doesn't seem hard, but when you get used to it,
Yeah, it is.
I'm always used to do the Albright knot, but sometimes they used to give way on me.
Oh yeah. No, it's
So,
definitely
but the
an
FG
FG.
knot, it's just Lex is actually trying to teach me over there. So
You've got your work cut out
I
tonight.
did all right. I did all right.
The atomic range of hard bodies. Now I know you do bling them up, but what models do you look at? What models do you use in what sort of structure? So say you're fishing flats.
Yeah. Well, the carrier is the money prawn.
Yeah.
Like it's probably one of the favourite lures in the atomic range.
Yep.
And it's also the go skill.
The go skill.
So you
can't
really,
go past the go skill.
It's just dynamite. So
Yep.
as I said, you can get the mids, you can get the deeps. Back in the days, you could get the shallows.
Yep.
But unfortunately, they discontinue now. So
Oh, that's right. They had that very square bib.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
So
Yep.
you got your shallows.
Had a big wobble in them too.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then you got your mids, and then you got your deep.
Yep.
So you got all your covered sections. So I love these.
Yep.
I love them.
And you could almost mix them out. So as much as there are flats fish, flats lure, that same lure on rocks, just
Oh yeah, absolutely.
pulling it through.
Just because this is the deep dive as well, I still throw this in 3 feet of water. I
Yep.
can just get it down and dig it into the mud, rock, and
Yep.
sand. And I still doesn't mean it have to be deep dive. You've got to throw them in deep water.
Yeah.
I still throw them in 3 feet of water.
Yep.
If I can't see the bottom, it's too deep for me to fish because I love me flats fishing. So as I said, but you're still learning out in the water.
Every
So
day.
every day you're in the water, you're learning something new. It's not like you're going to go out there and fish are different too, like
Yep.
us.
Yep, for sure.
But
That's very true. So oyster racks. What's your favourite lure for the oyster racks? Is this one of the ones that you've pimped?
well, funny you said that. I lost it today.
It did.
Yeah. It was pretty much the what we got it here. Can't find it. It's pretty much. Okay. Oh, there it is. There. Yeah, pretty much like that.
Okay.
But it was more white. It was more
Oh, right.
plain white. So yeah. So it's like a sort of a sand kind of pattern.
Yep. And you made this yourself. You painted it yourself.
Yes, I did. Yes.
So you use an atomic blank, sort
Yes.
of, for the want of a better word. What do they call them? The
Those ones you can't get those in the blank,
Mhm.
but you can get these ones in the atomic trick bits.
trick bits.
So they're the ones I painted as well.
Yep.
But what you can get is pretty much in the. These are the styles here. So
So while you're getting that out, what sort of got you into the lure painting side of things?
I just like to experiment, like just so they're your trick bits.
So they are just a plain
Just a plain.
little lure ready.
Yeah. So you got your surface walker, and you got your big bulldog kind of.
It's pretty cool of a
Hey,
company
Neil.
to put them
Oh,
out.
it's amazing.
Just
It's
to
just
say,
cool.
you go and do your own colours.
Yeah. Then you can buy your eyes.
Yeah, right.
You can buy your assist hooks.
Yep.
So for back of your your surface walkers or
Very nice.
just like you can even
All
get
right, you don't want these, do you?
you can even get your split rings. Like you can get
They got
your
everything,
trebles,
yeah.
You can get your trebles.
Yep.
So they come with everything. So it's just
Froggies have the whole
it's
package
amazing.
when it
It's
comes to that.
just amazing to have that sort of
I
on
think-
your hand.
I think you're saying like with the Froggies product lineup, there's pretty much you can get anything. You got your plastics, you got your hard bodies, you've got you name it.
It's amazing. It's some days you think, wow, like like I've got stuff at home that I can only open up my own tackle store.
Yeah.
Like it's just that crazy. You just go on and go, yeah, well, one of them, and it's mind blowing what sort of range they got.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's something here for everyone.
Yeah.
For start fishing, to the beginners, to experienced people.
Yeah.
Like it's massive. It's amazing. But the paint your own colours and come up with like like a green one or green one with a red eye, like any stuff like that.
Oh, very nice.
It's cool.
Very cool. With the painting side of it, sorry. So you got into the painting only really recently.
Yeah, probably about just under a year.
Yeah.
Probably nearly come up to about a year now. And
You bought your own kit.
Yeah, just went. I was going to buy stuff separately, and I thought no, well, it's going to cost me probably more to buy everything separately. Then found a airbrush store, and they put everything together with the kit, and they give you hand pick paints what they want in the kit, and they send it off to you, and then you can build on that track what you need, what you don't need, and stuff like that. So that's how I really got into it. So I love it. I'm a colour maker by trade, so I'm good with my hands. I'm pretty coordinated in some sort of sense. Like some of those lures are difficult to paint.
Yeah.
It comes down to your pressure on your gun and your paint flow, and
So that's another little trade you have to learn.
It's still tough, but it's fun. But I enjoy it. So and that's the main thing.
So some of the lures you're painting, you were saying you're using UV.
Yes,
UV,
I haven't.
not UV. What's your thoughts?
I still don't know.
Yep.
It's got to catch the angler, I suppose. Like a lot of people want UV on their lures. I don't know if it works or not. Who knows? Like I'm sure it gives confidence to anyone with a bit of UV, but everyone wants on their lures pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a little bit of lure on there, a little bit of UV on there, it always helps, I suppose.
So what are you doing with the lures that you make? What are you doing differently? You're doing sharper lines. You're doing different colours. You're mixing your own colours and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I try and like especially the green one. I experimented with sort of a different green with another dark green and mix them together, and because when you spray transparent on top of transparent, it changes colour again. So if you like that colour, I usually try and write that down. So next time, if I want to do it myself again, I can go back and say, oh yeah, 2 drops of this, 1 drop of that. But I just want to do something different that no one else has got it either. Like it's hard not to. I don't like copying or nothing like that but some days you just want to find something different that no one else has got.
Yeah.
And not because it's advantage or whatever, but it's just something that I feel confident with. It's going to work. I want to throw something that I want to throw. If I go to a tackle shop and go, yeah, it's like there's a lot of colours out there that everyone loves.
Yep.
But you want to be different. You just want to be something different. Like if I want to copy one of my own colours, I'm stoked.
I was going to say, yeah, that'd be great. But how do you feel when you lose one of your own lures?
It's devastating. Absolutely devastating. I lost one today. It probably took an hour and a half to paint it, and I lost it in 2 seconds. Lex is like, but like, it hurts.
I bet you it would.
It hurts.
It would.
But it's like, man,
it'd be bittersweet. There's satisfaction that the fish actually liked what I made.
yes.
But then all of a sudden the fish liked it so much it won
But the thing is, the only thing that caught me today, I threw it in a bit of a kamikaze throw.
Yep.
Like I didn't know there was poles there or old rails, and I thought if I get a bite, God help me if I hook up, and how am I going to get it out of there? Like, but Lex was laughing. It's like, well, if you get a fish there, good luck to you.
Yeah.
As Steve Morgan said, like it doesn't matter where you throw it. Worry about it when the brim's on the hook.
That's true.
Then bring it out. So
That's
it
right.
makes sense. It's a big,
Guy knows his stuff.
massive. Oh, brilliant. Big shout out to him.
Yeah, good on you, Morgo. What items in a tournament could you not, or what items do you rely on in a tournament? What do you really need every tournament that you attend?
A micro power pole.
Yeah.
Just love it because I love me flats fishing. I couldn't fish without it.
Yeah.
It's just, since I got one, it's just, it's a game changer to me. Like,
Double tap.
the next thing is probably the reverse, 180. I want a reverse. I haven't got one.
Yeah, okay.
But Lex let me borrow his 3 weeks ago, and I loved it. I wanted to steal it. But yeah, the power pole is just paramount. Like, if I had a friend or a family member or just started getting the kayaks and buying it for a hobby, I would recommend to buy a power pole first before a sounder.
Yeah.
100%. Like, it's just, not because of that, the safety thing too.
Yep.
Like that horrendous round at St George's Basin we were at, didn't save my life, but at least you're in shallow water when that hurricane wind come through, and
Yeah.
like, you know, I talked to people and they were down near halfway down the islands after that wind. Like, it's just a safety thing.
You were just hanged it up.
Power pole down, bang.
Yep.
And it's just, if you know the fish are there too, like, you just bang, bang.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I really liked about it. You could just sit there and work your spot, and the fish will come through like cattle.
Well, I remember back in the day when I had my first Hobie. I think the first Hobie I ever bought was 2011 with the old fold down seats.
Yep.
Had that trolling cable on the side.
Oh, the anchor trolley. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, plug it on there, wait till it hold. It's like by the time you set your your anchor, you're like 20 meters down.
Yep.
Like, man, the bite was up here, but
I know. Yeah.
yeah. But since they come out, oh, I love it.
It's
I
changed it
I love it.
for sure. Any advice for anyone looking at getting into the Hobie series? What's your advice?
Do it.
Do it.
I said I haven't got this far in a comp. Like, I'm not up there like some guys. But I said the friends you meet, the generosity, it's just brilliant. It's just like, you guys make everything welcome. You run a good comp. Everything's like friendly and orientated. It's just, yeah, it was like I was watching live feeds for years and years and years. I was just scared as hell.
Yeah.
Like, scared as hell. Like, and when we bought the 17, you had the 17 division in. I think, damn, let's go. But there's no pressure on us because we can't win it. It was more family orientated.
Yeah.
There's no pressure on us. Who cares?
That's your little.
But then I thought, well, I'm going to go out my own little way and get in the 14 and have a good crack at it. Like, you're not competing with everybody. You're competing with yourself too. What you can do, what you can't do.
A lot of it's on your own back in a kayak.
And kayaks come down to decision making.
Mm.
Like, if you're in a boat, you go bang, 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 bang. But in a kayak, I think it comes down where you're going to go, how long you're going to get there, how long you're going to get it back, because you've got a time limit. So
Absolutely.
you could travel 3 hours down the road and you know, smack the fish, but then you've got to get 3 hours back.
Yep. We could go 3 hours and find the fish aren't there, and then think, oh, what am I going to do? Am I going to stick it out here, or am I going to make a mad dash for somewhere else?
But I've done that before. Not travel that much, as you know, as I say, get the smiles. But it comes down to, you know you can catch fish.
Mm.
And the people I meet through this when I first come here, they're worried about getting donut. Everyone hates donuts, but it happens.
Yep.
Just go out and fish. I know it comes down to competition. I know it's a competition and it gets in your nerves and you think, oh man, but just go and fish.
Yeah.
Just do what you do every day of the week, or every weekend you go out, just fish. Just
Go and have
fun.
fun.
Have fun.
That's it.
You know?
That's it.
You're always going to come back with some stories.
Absolutely. You will.
I did the label off the lure.
yeah, you will. You won't forget that. So, what keeps you coming back to the Hobie series?
Just family oriented, to get outdoors. Trips away with my partner.
Yep.
I think we mingle more when we're away. We're closer together when they're at home. We're just separated at home. We're doing our own things. I'm painting. She's in the garden. You know, we do vice versa.
But here you're a couple. You might be out in the water for a little bit of it.
Absolutely. But she has her time, her quality time. I have my quality time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how it works.
So you make it a couple's things to go away. You don't do a tournament away without Tammy.
Absolutely. I rely on her just as much as I rely on myself as well. Like, because I've got to organise her, and then if she doesn't want to come along, then I've got to try and organise something else. So, but God love her for coming with me.
Oh, you got a good one there.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, I think we've pretty much exhausted a lot of our afternoon, and we've all got to go. And you probably got to go and tie some leaders on these lines, I guess.
Yeah, that's fun.
you got to go fishing for the next 2 days.
I got photos back at Lex's place. It was like, you know, 1 minute doing this and this and this. I think, I'm not doing it right, not because you got to hold it, you tighten it up and
Yep.
yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah, get ready for tomorrow.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you to everyone that has watched the chat with Jamie and myself. But really appreciate your time, Jamie. Thank you very much. It's been a great little chat, and
appreciate the call. Great. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Yeah, we'll keep these interviews coming to you, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.